Across the globe, there are millions of hotel rooms. For most of us, they're just temporary homes, places of rest and comfort on a long journey. But some rooms are different. They hold secrets. They have stories whispered about them in hushed tones, legends of places where guests don't find rest, but terror. And among all these tales, none is as chilling or as cursed as the story of Room 1408. The legend isn't new. For decades, stories have been passed around about a particular room in an elegant, old hotel right in the heart of a bustling city. No one knows exactly when it all started. Some say the first strange event was back in the 1930s when a salesman was found dead inside with no logical cause. Others claim it goes back even further, to when the hotel was being built and construction workers flat out refused to work on that specific floor. Whatever the origin, by the mid-20th century, the hotel staff had an unspoken rule: never, ever assign room 1408 to a guest. But rules, as we know, are meant to be broken. The stories all follow a similar pattern. The hotel manager warns anyone who asks about the room, saying it's unavailable or undergoing maintenance. The key is kept hidden, far from the others. Yet, over the years, a few people have managed to get inside: skeptics, reporters, thrill seekers. And their accounts are why this terrifying legend lives on. So, what exactly happens inside room 1408? The reports are disturbingly consistent. It always starts out looking like a perfectly normal, if a bit dated, hotel room. There's a neatly made bed, a small desk with a lamp, a painting on the wall, and a mirror. But the silence in the room feels heavy. It's an expectant silence, as if the very air is holding its breath. Then, the little things begin. The digital clock on the nightstand flickers, its numbers jumbling before freezing at exactly 12 a.m. The room grows cold, a deep, unnatural chill that has nothing to do with the thermostat. Guests report hearing faint scratching sounds from inside the walls, like something is scurrying just out of sight. The reflection in the mirror seems to ripple, not like glass, but like the surface of a disturbed pond, and then come the whispers. One man described hearing a chorus of voices, faint at first, then growing louder, overlapping, until it felt like dozens of people were in the room with him, all murmuring in languages he couldn't understand. Another guest claimed he heard his own name being spoken, over and over, from an empty corner of the room. But it gets worse. Some say the room doesn't just haunt you. It actively plays with your perception of reality. A writer who stayed there in the 1970s swore that when he tried to leave, the hallway outside had vanished. Every time he opened the door, he found himself stepping right back into room 1408. He left behind pages of frantic notes with phrases like, "The room won't let me go," and "The walls are closing in." Another visitor described waking up to see the bed dragging itself across the floor, all on its own. Others saw shadows moving independently along the walls, twisting into shapes that didn't belong to them. In one of the most terrifying accounts, a guest looked into the mirror and didn't see himself. He saw a stranger standing in his place, smiling back at him with a face that was not his own. The hotel staff know these stories are more than just rumors. Housekeepers refused to clean room 1408 when one was asked why. She simply said, "The walls watch you. I don't want them to watch me." Even outside repairmen won't set foot in the room, complaining of sudden headaches, dizziness, and an overwhelming feeling of being unwelcome. Despite all the warnings, human curiosity is a powerful thing. People hear the stories and want to prove them wrong. And so, every few years, someone manages to get inside. But here's the truly terrifying part: not all of them come back out. Officially, the hotel denies everything. They'll tell you the room is just closed for renovation or used for storage. But if you ask the locals, they know the truth. The room is locked and bolted for a reason. Too many times, guests have been found inside all lifeless. Skeptics will tell you this is all just a classic urban legend, probably sparked by Stephen King's famous short story, 1408. But that raises a chilling question: did King invent the legend, or did the legend inspire King? The line between fiction and reality here is incredibly blurry. Ask the hotel staff, and they'll quickly change the subject. Ask the city residents, and some will laugh it off, but others will lower their voices and warn you, don't go near that place. What's truly strange is how consistent the stories are, told by people decades apart who never met. The clock freezing at midnight, the whispers, the strange mirror, the moving shadows. Is it all just a massive coincidence, or is something much darker at play? And here's where the legend takes one final, chilling turn. Some researchers believe the number 1408 is no accident. If you add the digits 1 plus 4 plus 0 plus 8, you get 13, the unluckiest number. Some think the room was numbered this way on purpose, to hide its true, cursed nature. Others believe it's a cosmic joke that the room was always evil, and the number is just a confirmation. Even if it is just a myth, it's a remarkably persistent one. Why do people still whisper about room 1408? Maybe it's because we're all fascinated by places that defy explanation. We're drawn to the idea that there are some doors we should never open, some rooms we should never enter. To this day, room 1408 remains sealed. Some claim that brave or foolish explorers have managed to break in, but if they did, they never came out to tell the tale. The hotel keeps it locked tight, but the question remains for you to answer. If you had the chance, would you turn the key? Would you dare to spend just one night in room 1408? Because if the stories are true, you might never check out. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this dive into the unknown, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more chilling stories. Stay curious and stay safe.